YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back for the last setup video of February, where I will be talking about my content planner. This is an A6 Wonderland 222 that I'm using to plan out my content for paid platforms, for social media, for Instagram, for YouTube, for all the things. So if you are interested in seeing how I set that up on a monthly basis, stick around. If you don't want to see that kind of stuff, where I'll be talking about what I'm doing on my paid subscription platforms, please feel free to click off of this video and let's get to it. I need to use this planner today for making my content, so I'm up very early filming this video. So that's why my voice is probably a little more gravelly than normal. Excuse me if I'm a little out of sorts. This planner has been working really well for me so far. I've been indexing some stuff, adding some stuff in here on my tracking and future pages. It's been really helpful for me, although I still forget to do stuff. I've decided that I'm not gonna it's too much work for me to try to cover up like some stuff. So I'm just gonna show you how much money I'm making, and I don't think that's a big deal. We're gonna set up the 2004 stats page, which is just gonna list out my different platforms, and I'll fill out the stats on my own time and show you everything in the flip through, the monthly flip through. This monthly calendar page has been working really well, but for February, I'm gonna add in a space for TikTok, and then I might add in a space for, because it's got I'm not really using these bottom two lines. I'm gonna use one for TikTok, and I might use one for editing, because I'm running into this problem where I'm putting off editing my stuff, and then I end up doing it at the last minute. So I think I need to plan that out a little bit better. This tracker page is working really well for me. I'm keeping up with it, and I'm not really holding myself to posting every single day on every single platform, but I just like to see what I am. And it's useful information for me when it comes to scheduling for later on, if I want to start posting on a normal basis or on a specifically consistent basis. I've also been adding down here at the bottom, which I don't think I set up. Yeah, I did not set up last month. I'm just writing down what sets are releasing on my paid platforms, what I'm filming for my workout content, what I'm wearing for my workout streams and what workout it is, and if I'm posting any YouTube videos. It's actually supremely helpful for me to know what outfit I'm wearing. That's kind of how I track my workout content. So knowing exactly what workout outfit I wore, just having it written down in a place that's easy for me to see is really helpful. So that's why I kind of started doing that. Also, this was just unused space. Oh, I added another platform that I'm gonna be posting regularly on, and it's Blue Sky, which I think was made by the original maker of Twitter or something, but it's basically very similar to Twitter. And it's not a huge ask for me to just cross-post something to that app as well. So that's why I added it in. These pages for my weekly sets has been really good, and I'm trying to be less explicit in my descriptions, so it's a little safer for here on YouTube. But I have my lists, I have what I'm doing, I'm writing some notes, and then I'm also writing what ended up being the deliverables and how much I'm charging for it on my sites. Sometimes I'm also writing what I used in my editing software, the filters and stuff like that, if it was something I specifically liked. Yeah, and this has been really good. This is basically what I needed today that I didn't have set up. I have been using my rolling weekly page. This was just a reminder sticky note that I didn't need. Decided that I'm not gonna be using people's usernames in this page. So that's why I blocked all these things out so that the username is not visible. But yeah, I don't necessarily need that for my information. I can remember those things, but just keeping notes is really helpful. The week is really working out for me. So you know, easy. Most of the stuff I need to get done on the first week, most of the stuff I need to get second, third, fourth. So yeah, I'm gonna set up another page basically exactly like this, and it was really, really good. This was some notes for a custom order. This I had just like a little brain dump journaling session, which was helpful. Taking notes on polls I'm doing, and then notes for YouTube videos, and these were like my planner setup YouTube videos. I made myself like a weekly schedule for posting on my fan sites, and then I don't think I actually did it very well this week, but I'm still working on it. And then I had one extra page blank that I'll use for notes for something at some point, but I made actually a Kanban board for YouTube that I think is going to be really, really helpful for me right now, because I'm not quite in the habit of filming for YouTube. I feel like I'm forgetting a lot of stuff. So basically in this to-do section, I guess I probably should have just waited for the flip through to explain this. Basically in the to-do section is like, I'm listing out upcoming videos that I want to do. And then when I'm specifically planning those things out, I put it in the planning section. Like I'm like ready to like start on that video. It goes in the planning section. Filming is stuff that have already started doing. A lot of times I'm doing partial stuff here and there. So like right now, this is me filming my February content planner setup, and my daily planner setup has already been fully filmed, and it's in the editing section. I have a space for audio for stuff that I need to do like specific like voiceovers for, but you know, a lot of times if I'm doing like a talk through like this, I would just go straight to the thumbnail and blah, blah, blah. And like down here uploaded is my planner system and then the January journal setup. I'll probably just like reset this every month and like get rid of the old videos after it's been a bit. So here we are ready to set up. And like I said, we're gonna do the monthly page, the monthly calendar, the monthly tracker, and then the 4 pages for my weekly sets on my page platforms, and then the rolling weekly task list. And that's pretty much it that we're going to be setting up here. In terms of supplies, I have my Fudenosuke soft tip brush pen, which I use for titles. I have this Sarasa mark on for like the main writing part, and then I have this Energel 0.3 millimeter gel pen for like small writing, because there's some stuff that's small. I have the Tombow of the month number 992, and I'll be using this for a little bit of highlighting. And then I also have this light gray mild liner for some secondary highlighting. Of course, my tiny ruler, because just makes it look more clean. I have my Tombow mono correction tape, and I also have an eraser because I kind of filled everything out in pencil first. Otherwise, I'm liable to make mistakes. So let us start with the monthly stats and go from there. Well, we'll start with the index and then go from there. Oh, one thing I did change is that I have like my paid platforms up here, and then I moved the section where I talk about like my payout, so it's closer. And then this is everything else. I've also started tracking my YouTube watch hours because I'm trying to get monetized on YouTube this year. So I have the amount of subscribers I need. It's more about the watch hours, so that's why I'm keeping track of that. If you're wondering why I have 2 separate payouts for OF, it's because if you want a free account and a paid account, they have to be 2 separate accounts with like separate credentials basically. But Fansly, everything is all under one account. So it's one payout for anyone that is a subscriber or anyone that is purchasing pay-per-view content. So that's why, I don't know if people didn't know that, but that's why. looking pretty good. I'll fill all this out later and you'll see it in the flip through, the January flip through, I think. So in the Wonderland 222, there's an uneven amount of spaces going horizontally. So I've kind of like drawn an extra space over here in the margin so that the boxes are all the same size. This is like kind of like the one complaint I have about this journal is that, but I think it's like common in most A6 journals as far as I can tell. But yeah, that's specifically annoying for me. I was gonna write in Sunday as my content making day, but I think I want to use it for editing instead. I don't have a set schedule for YouTube posting yet, so that's why I haven't added the dates in for that. I'm highlighting Fridays and Sundays. Fridays because that's the day that I do my drops, and Sunday because that's the day that I do all my content making for the week. And then an open circle because I want to try to post on my paid platforms basically every single day. And I made the circle a little more bold on Fridays because those are my drop days. I added a circle on Thursdays for YouTube because that's the day that I do workout live streams. If you want to come out and chat like in real time, that's the best place to catch me. And then a circle on Sundays for content making because that's the day that I batch my stuff for the week. Cool, I think that's basically done. I added Blue Sky over here kind of with the other similar platforms. So I went Twitter, Threads, Blue Sky. Yeah, and then content making and then content editing at the bottom. And I need to, like I said, I need to try to like figure out a better schedule for that. I like to highlight every other week because it's a little visually easier for me to see distinctly which week I'm working in. And if I find myself throughout the month needing more space for tasks, I would just set up an additional page. Last month, I don't think I just only needed this double wide spread, so that worked out perfectly, but it's not really a big deal to set up another page if I need it. That's basically it. That's all I really need to set up right now. We'll just do a quick, tiny little, oh, I also put this in the front. I know I censored it out a little bit because, yeah. Anyways, added February to the index, and then I can actually finish up January pages. This was already set up, but I'm adding stuff in. Set up the February stats page, and I'll fill that out later. I usually fill that out on the very first day of the month. Going into the February section, we have the monthly calendar, and this month I'm adding in an area for TikTok because I need to be a little bit better about posting on there, and then another, what is that? Another row for editing because I need to get on a better schedule. On the monthly tracker page, I added Blue Sky in, and this is basically the same as like last month, but I'm adding more notes for when I'm posting and creating content. Yeah, I know I say YouTube videos at least once a month, but I'm actually trying to do more than that. Any comments, questions, concerns, or constructive criticism about the planner videos is very much appreciated. I'm still like experimenting with what I want to do for that. But February, I also want to put out a plant tour video. And then I just have 4 pages set up for taking notes on my weekly sets. I kind of like started planning out what I wanted to do, but then actually I realized that I'm a little behind on planning for Valentine's Day. And then I just set up a task list, and I have the tasks on the right-hand side, and I organize it by week because most of the stuff I need to do is not on a specific day, but kind of on a weekly basis. So this is what works out for me, and then it doesn't take up a ton of space. And then I'll probably be using some pages after that for notes on different things. And yeah, this is honestly setting up a specific planner just for content making stuff has been kind of a game changer for me. It makes it way less stressful to do weekly deliverables, and it also just helps me plan for the future. When I wasn't using a specific planner for this kind of stuff, it felt like I was scrambling every week to figure out what to do and like when to post, and yeah. So I don't think that this sort of a setup needs to be specifically for paid platforms like OnlyFans and Fansly. I think somebody that does YouTube, does content creation for Instagram or TikTok, like very kind of specific type things, could definitely benefit from a setup like this. Of course, tailoring it to your own needs, but yeah, highly, well, I'm very glad that I set this up for myself this year because it's been just amazingly helpful for me specifically. And I use this for not just my paid platforms, but for YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all of my social media platforms really. So yeah, thank you so much for watching the video. If you made it all the way through, I truly appreciate you being here. Like I said, I'm still experimenting with my planner content here on YouTube, so I'm not quite sure if what I did for February is going to be exactly what I do for March. But if you have any suggestions, I would really love to hear them. Look out for a full flip through of all 3 of my notebooks for January. That will be coming probably in the next couple weeks, and then also a houseplant tour video in the next couple weeks. So thank you again so much for making it through the video, and don't forget to be responsible for your own gains. Don't be a dick and control your cock. And I will see you party people in the next video. Bye.